What is happening, YouTube? And welcome back to the Top Hat Guy Show. All right, I'm back from New York City, or New Jersey, I suppose, is where I technically went for the concert. It was just right across the Lincoln Tunnel, though. So, I mean, yeah, that's New Jersey, but I mean, they screen both New Jersey and New York. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. It was a hell of a time is what I'm gonna say it is, but this video isn't gonna be about that though. I'm gonna make a video on my whole New York journey, or New Jersey journey, whatever you wanna call it. I'll do that next time maybe, or at least I'll be working on it next week. When it be released, I'm not entirely sure because it's a long, long journey that I want to make sure I get the whole story told, cause it was a lot, y'all. But for this video, I just wanted to kind of just say I'm back. We're gonna get back to our music videos, a bit about talking about music, and also some more skateboarding videos. I'm gonna be doing some of those too, but that's gonna be kind of side by side with one another. I'll do one maybe Thursday and then one on like a Sunday or something. I'll try to space it out a little bit, and in between I'll just kind of have videos like this where I talk to y'all and keep y'all a little updated on what's been going on, as well as talking about how Kane the Insane here had a hell of a journey. If you didn't see before we went, he had a lot more of his top hat than he has now. He was definitely dropped a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it happens though, it happens. But I gotta say, either way, had a hell of a time, and that video is gonna be hilarious. Y'all are gonna have some good laughs. I might even make it. I don't know if that's. Never mind. I will say this much. Every time I see, if you want to make a drinking game out of that, I can't vote against it. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you not to. Now, if you do end up doing that, please drink responsibly. But that's for a whole different video, so I don't have to say that on this. But I want to say that regardless, because I'm going to be seeing a lot in that video, guys. So, anyhow, what we're doing for today's video, is going to be quite simple, actually. I wanted to just kind of come over here, grab my guitar for a little bit, and just sort of talk about some things about guitar, about music. Just get a little, I keep saying that word, I'm sorry, but there's so much I want to talk about with just the instrument of guitar on its own, like the history of it that I've dug deep into, as well as just the people who have completely influenced me, both famous and not even known to people because they've not published anything. I've just ran into them and they've been like, hey, can I play your guitar? And then they fucking rip it and I'm like, who are you? So yeah, but before we get to all that, let me go grab my baby real fast, and I'm gonna pick out some information for y'all. So I'm gonna put Kane right there and I'll be right back. All right, so first off, first thing I want to talk about with the guitar is simply, I often just, that's what I thought. All right, top is out, maybe use but I usually keep it a standard for the majority of my videos and stuff. And if you're a beginner watching these videos and you're like, what the hell is he talking about E standard? That is your tuning, okay? Each guitar, each instrument, they gotta be tuned. I know that sounds obvious, but I'm making videos for everybody here. So everybody isn't gonna be aware. So if I have to put it you're gonna probably, some guitarists or some musicians are gonna call dumbing it down, that's fine. Don't insult people by calling it that, but since I know you're gonna refer to it regardless, that is okay that I'm doing that, because this is, again, for everybody, not just for people who know the basics or who know all the way up to freaking scales. Like, but anyways, so I usually tend to keep at least this baby here in E standard. And if I want to spice things up, I'll drop it down to drop D. But it's very rare that I'll go into drop C. However, I had to hold myself back this week from tuning this thing all the way into drop C because of the concert that I was going to, because a good majority of the songs that I know from System of a Down, if memory serves me correctly, is in drop C. And yo, I hate dropping that far and then going back to E standard. I don't have the, first off, I don't have the money in my wallet to be willing to, tune my guitar so many times and risk it popping my strings out. Which, I mean, if you do it right, most likely it's not going to do that. But if you fuck it up, like if you keep tuning a lot, you can very easily do so. I've seen some motherfuckers tune their guitar like mad crazy and then not do a damn thing. And I'm like, do you have Lucifer's guitar or something? What the hell is that? Do you have the pick of destiny and it just makes your guitar a god too or something? What's going on here, man? But like, I have to be super careful with it because I roll nat ones every time I tune this motherfucker, okay? And if you don't get that reference, it means I just have the worst fucking luck in the world, period. When you hear my story about New York, you'll see how bad my luck is and how constant my bad luck is. So, yes, it is hard living with, like, if this was Oblivion, my luck would be at 5. Not 50 or 40, wherever it starts out at. No, it would be 5, guys. 5. That's sad. Maybe even -5. Fuck, negative 50, I'll probably be dead by now. But at least -5. For sure. So, anyhow, though, tuning is probably the first thing you're going to want to become familiar with, though, in your instrument, because whatever music style you're going to be playing is not going to sound right if it's not tuned in the right tuning. And not a lot of musicians even talk about tuning at first, because they're like, you know what, learn the basics first and then we can get into whatever music you want to listen to, because you're not going to be able to probably play those until you learn the basics anyways. But I can tell that can turn some people off. I know basic lesson training, what is the norm, isn't going to help everybody. And I want to really show that everybody can play the guitar. Or in this fact, and eventually I'll probably make videos where everybody can play every instrument. That is my goal here, to show y'all that it is possible. You can do it if you want to do it. Then I guess the next step of what's, the gatekeeping is obviously the price of said instruments. And that part I don't really have advice for yet. I guess just get creative, get good, get creative, or get fucking real clever. If you're a Slytherin, you're probably halfway there. But yeah, so what I'm thinking though is, if you pick up an instrument and it's like, man, this don't really sound appealing to me, it's probably because of the tuning, Maybe. It might be the instrument. It could very well also be the instrument. But if you've already done your research and listened to the instrumentals of all the songs you like and picked out what instrument you're like, damn, this is what I'm vibing to the most, this is what I want to learn to play myself, then you've already done that first step. You know what instrument you love. You now just got to find the tuning that your genre of music is regularly in. That can very well vary, of course, because there's a lot of tuning, and I know you usually have to pay a premium price on all the tuning apps and stuff that you can get. So I just recommend, if possible, get a guitar that has a tuning setting in it. If you have an electric guitar or electric acoustic, or you can go out to any of your guitar stores or any of your just musician stores and get a guitar tuner or any type of instrument tuner, most likely. It'd be just like my capo is. You just clip it right here on the end and picks up the vibrations as you pick, and it'll tune it for you. I also like to recommend later on, if you really fall in love and or just really get a passion for music, to pick up ear tuning. Now, ear tuning is something I myself am still working on. I can, like, for example, I can tell that's a little out, but I could never, like, use my ear to tune it all the way back in. I could get it probably close where I'd be like, okay, I can, this sounds the usual, and I usually would just pick a chord, like a full G chord here, and use that and be like, okay, I can tell which ones sound right, which ones don't, kind of thing. And that could be that would be a great practice if you really fall in love with music. But I'm not gonna tell anyone that isn't in love with music to try and do something like that, because I imagine they're not gonna be too into it. Now, if they just have a perfect ear just randomly without even having a love for music, then fuck, I guess good for you, bud. You can save some money on that there. You could save some money on that there tuner and just play away and do some Jimi Hendrix shit, I guess. I don't know. But I can't do that. God, that'd be dope though. Yeah, so after you figure that out though, I think the next step is just simply finding your style, because you're going to be trying to do that anyways while you're practicing, and that's going to fluctuate and mess up your practicing. Trust me, if you don't have a style, then if you don't have a feeling of a style that you personally adapt to and you just kind of guide towards the guiding hand, then that's fine. But I, for one, immediately was like conflicted with my learning and practice, like guitar practice and everything, because I had a particular style that I continuously wanted to play. I wanted to play a little fast all the time. And you in the basics, you gotta kind of slow down, kind of thing. I was just kind of giving an example. I wasn't really doing the tempo quite well, but because of that, it can be hard for some people starting out on learning any type of instrument or anything, and I completely get that. I do, because I went through it. I get that. I know some teachers are gonna be like, well, you got to teach yourself discipline. If you can't do that and build a foundation, then how do you expect to build? But bro, if you're miserable practicing, then you're not gonna fucking want to build anyways. Like, some people have to practice and find their own way of practice, and that's what some teachers in this world just don't understand. They think this is the way people have done it for so many years, so they have to do it. But that's a terrible way of thinking. If that was the case, look at back in history and tell me what the world would be like if we acted like that on every single thing. So why the fuck should it be the same with music when music itself evolves so often within just fucking 3 to 5 years? Tell me how that makes sense, guys. Please, I would love for a comment down below, tell me. But anyhow, because of that, I think as music and as all of our arts evolve, our training methods for that art have to evolve with it. And with that, we got to understand how, just to the basic human foundation of it all, how we learn. And if you know anything about learning, every individual, most likely, if not just altogether, learns differently. Now, there are, again, some similarities in learning factors, so there are learning methods. However, those learning methods don't work on every single individual, and this video is specifically for every individual. It's what I'm trying to teach here. So, the next step I want you to do, just play around. if you want to learn like a couple of chords just to learn the chords so you can learn to play around, by all means do that for sure. But after that, find your style. Get your own kind of form. Learn because like we don't want to, or I don't anyways. I don't want to build new musicians just for them to copycat fucking everybody else. No, I want y'all to learn so y'all can create new things, so I can see the beautiful new things y'all have to just show us, to express yourself. However you want to use the form of art that is music. Do it your way. Don't do it how everyone else does it, because I don't want to hear everybody else. I'm so fucking sick and tired of everybody else playing the exact same shit on the radio. Change the song, but it might as well be the same damn song. No, I'm done with that. I'm done with it. And like, even underground has gotten to the point where they just go mainstream. I mean, look what happened to 21 Pilots, for example. Car radio was the fucking shit, and then they went and just what everybody would call sold out because they needed money. Because I mean, chase the money. I get it. It's a business practice. It's the business motto: chase the money. But like, I just feel if you stick to your core bones, you're gonna keep the audience. You're gonna build an audience that's actually committed. Don't go and chase the clout. You know what I mean? Don't go and chase these people who are just gonna be here for that one single and then leave you after you drop an album. Like, why would you do that? That's what that crowd of people is for, the one-hit wonders, not for the people who want to actually make an impact in the music industry. Now, at the same time, I also want to say the music industry is probably fucking shit from what I hear as far as how it's going. But like Prince said, you can shape the music industry yourself. You just have to get out there and do it. So that's what it is, guys. Get out there. Don't let them control you. You know what I mean? We have, I'm about to say we have, but not everybody has freedom of speech, so it's kind of hard to say that. But we, as all human beings, have the right to music nonetheless. We have the sense of expressing ourselves, and how we choose to do so in an art form is how we choose to do so, as long as it don't harm another individual. Now, I know some people can say, well, fuck, I listened to that one album from Justin Bieber and that hurt me pretty well. I've heard some guys say that for sure, for just joking around and shit. But listen, that's not what I mean, though. You know that's not what I mean. So get out there, guys, and just make music beautiful, please, because I don't know what the hell to call what it's been in the last few years, if I'm being totally honest, because like it's and I mean, don't get me wrong, there has been some great music that's released here and there, but it's not as consistent. You can tell there's so much corruption. I mean, fucking Beyonce came out with a country album. What the hell was that about, guys? Come on. Like, Ice Cube said it best. Stay in your damn lane. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know that's also a reference to Ludacris, who bitch at, yeah, it's way. But I'm talking about Ice Cube's. If you ain't in rap music, or if you ain't in gangster rap, don't talk about gangster rap. That's what I'm referencing here. So, if you ain't in that genre of music, stay the fuck out of that genre of music. Like, I mean. And I mean, yeah, I guess you can switch through genres. I understand some bands do that, but like, I just find it so weird that like, it just looks like Beyonce was just trying to take over country music in that sense. And I don't like big musicians trying to go and conquer all aspects of genres. Let the music flourish itself. Don't try to shape it in your own image. You know what I mean? But like, big musicians are going to do what they want to do. That's just them. That's my opinion. That's my 2 cents on it. But I'm just, I'm me. I'm the top hat guy. That's my opinion on it. That's that. So, anyways, not even what this video is about. Sorry about all that tangent. It is relevant to the subject though, so I'm not too bad about it. But anyhow, that's the calculations I think should be in the order of learning any instrument. Though, find the instrument that you enjoyed the most, what you, what you vibe into, whatever you rock out to, go with it. After that, figure out your tuning, and then find your own way in it. And next time in the video, we'll go through and I'll teach you, after you find your style, where to go from there. So thank you for joining me on this long video. It feels like it was pretty long. Sorry for the musical tangents. I do that all the fucking time, but I have so much to say about music, guys, because like music, I live and breathe for it, and to see all these people use it for corrupt means, to it just breaks my heart, because like it could be something so much greater. And I mean, I already look at humanity and know we could be so much greater, but fuck, the least I have is like music, right? It's the least we have is music, but it's just, we don't know how long it's been gone to shit, and we don't know how long it's gonna be gone to shit, but the more musicians we build now and band together, the more we can change it ourselves. So this is my start to changing the music industry my way. I hope I'm able to do so, and I hope y'all here support me. Nonetheless, I hope I'm able to help y'all out learn whatever instruments y'all want to learn, and I hope I can prove to all y'all that you and everyone you know can learn to play guitar. Thank you for joining the Top Hat Guy show today, and I will see you all next time.